Thank you. President Joe Biden is proposing big changes to the Supreme Court, including term limits and enforceable ethics rules. And this comes after multiple justices have received criticism for accepting gifts and trips from partisan donors.
Now, to walk you through the details of these reforms, let's bring in Jess Arnold right now. She joins us now live outside the Supreme Court this morning. And Jess, let's start with the term limits. What specifically has the president suggested?
He's suggesting that the president appoints a justice every 2 years to serve for 18 years on the Supreme Court. President Biden also went on to say that the U.S. is the only constitutional democracy that has lifetime appointments for their higher court justices. So I asked GW law professor, he's an associate dean there as well, Alan Morrison, what he thinks about this proposal.
Several things about this that are important. One is it will assure that individuals cannot time their retirement so that the president that they like will be appointing them. Democrats and Republicans alike have done this, and it's not right. Nobody should be able to do that. Second, it will also tend to push appointments to judges or individuals who are older and not. There'll be no advantage to appointing somebody who's 41 years old to the court.
So Morrison says you'll hit that sweet spot of someone more experienced, but also not have justices serving into their late 80s and 90s. He also mentioned that most state Supreme Courts have some type of term limit, so he would think this is a reform that most everyone could get behind. So let's also talk about this code of ethics. Morrison says instituting a code is not the problem. Justices are already required to make disclosures about conflicts of interest per federal statutes. The issue is that there is no way to hold them accountable if they don't, which is why we've seen stories like ProPublica's investigation showing Justice Clarence Thomas not disclosing luxury vacations gifted by Republican donors, or the AP's report that university officials worked to pad event appearances by Justices Kagan and Sotomayor with donors.
Self-enforcement by an individual justice hasn't worked, won't work, and will never work. That's the problem. And the justices have resisted anybody else enforcing it, and even to the point of having the other members of the court review decisions made by a particular justice not to sit in a case or not to file a particular gift as a gift. Justice Kagan the other day suggested that they might have a code enforced by a group of senior federal judges, not in the Supreme Court.
Now, Morrison said she didn't get very specific on who exactly these judges would be or how they would be chosen, but he said talking about it in this direction is a step forward. Now, he said he does think that some of these reforms actually will take place eventually, but he thinks it's going to need to go beyond a statute to really make a difference. So coming up at 6:30, we'll talk about how he thinks this needs to be baked into the Constitution to be a long-lasting reform. Guys.